On today's episode, we find out what's worse, fake orgasms or fake compliments. Sometimes mommy has a nighttime friend. She calls it Tony. And if your husband's paid your house off by live streaming your sex life, maybe you should just let that slide. On Advice Unfiltered, episode 16. What's up, everybody? I want to welcome you to another episode of Advice Unfiltered with Tony Rodriguez and Christopher David. Fucking episode 16, bro.
16?
16, bro.
That's
episode 16. Check that out.
Wow.
It's fucking amazing.
4 months.
Yeah, dude. That's fucking amazing.
I was just thinking about how many things you can accomplish in 4 months. Like, I'm reading all these emails that we get, and people are like, oh, I've lost 16 pounds. I've done this since we've been listening to you. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, because it's been 4 months.
It's really amazing. I've been getting a lot of stuff, too. A lot of from the followers, the fans, the friends that have been taking our advice. And I've been getting a lot of comments. A lot of people have been sending things to me. And trust me, I see your messages, everybody. I'm just really, really busy. And if I had to respond to everybody, I would not get anything done in my normal life.
I can't imagine how you respond now.
Oh, dude, it's so difficult. There's like 807 messages, man, that I haven't even looked at that are just sitting there that I can't get to. But I do see a good quantity of them, right? And a lot of people have been writing in saying they've changed their lives, they've been eating better, they've been exercising, they've been courageous and going to the gym and doing something new.
Yeah,
which is great. Which was just a great bonus of the show, right?
Yeah, and on top of that, some of you've got laid since we've been on here. Which I gotta be honest,
Katie D.
I think. Well, I don't know if Katie's got the D yet, but I gotta be honest.
If Katie got the D. I thought maybe you had I thought you maybe had an update.
No, but there's a lot of people out there that have. Well, let's put it this way: they've taken our advice, they've gone on dates, they got out of the house, they're making life changes, which is exciting every time I see a little update.
It's crazy, right?
So,
yeah, no, it's great. I love that.
It's awesome.
It's a great bonus of this job.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, I see the updates when you guys send stuff. I don't always get a chance because of how many questions we get to be able to give updates on everybody's updates. But I will promise you this. I actually read every single email. I read them all.
Maybe what we should do is like an update show.
We could do an update show.
Do an update show. Like on a Friday or something like that. We could just pop in an update show.
We can do an update show.
Yeah. We'll just sit there and just talk about everybody's updates about their lives.
Well, we can go through all the people. Well, Mateo, if you're out there, first of all, you're definitely one. We'd still like a
comeback from Mateo.
We'd still like a comeback.
We don't know if you told your family, Mateo.
Oh, Mateo.
Mateo is not my stepdad.
Yeah, so we can't wait for those shirts to come in. So yeah, it's going to be great.
What is the email address? What's our email address?
Our email address is questions@adviceunfiltered.com. Or just to make it easy, just go to adviceunfiltered.com. Just go there, and you can submit anything automatically. Don't have to worry about what our email address is.
Yeah, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah,
so adviceunfiltered.com.
Yeah, every now and then, it's been so long since I've gotten an email from like regular email that in my folder started pushing it to spam. And then I looked and I was like, oh, people are still using the email address.
Oh, really?
But not a lot. 15.
Yeah.
But I was
It's so cool that freaking people are actually writing in.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you all for taking the time and effort to do that.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
But I will say, I'll give you an example of what I get. So when I look at the emails I get updates. I obviously get questions. But then I get hilarious things like this week, just so all of you out there, and I'm sure the listeners who are joining us, and if you're new to the podcast, I always say this, Instagram over there, we got TikTok here with Chris, we got Instagram here with me. You're behind the scenes. So if you're wondering, you're wondering what the fuck is all the green screens, it's behind the scenes. So you'll see the nice, polished, beautiful version that CJ here will put together for us, online. But the funny thing is so I'm going through the questions, I'm going through everything. This week, I think people thought that we seriously had a poll of would they sleep with us or not?
Oh my God, I totally forgot we even asked that question.
It was who do you think about when you?
Oh no, was it? Do you think about me when you're having sex?
Do you think about me when you're having sex?
Do you think about me when you're having sex? I was just kidding.
Well, no. So like we were laughing about it, right?
Yeah.
And then it sprung into me, then it sprung into us. I think people took it serious. I cannot tell you, people wrote in. Not only did they write in answers to that question, they also wrote in the scenarios that they put us in those. I mean, it was.
Oh, it's awesome.
It was. Like I'll read. Look, for everyone out there.
So they went into full detail.
Oh, bro, like Erica P. I just put one out just for hilarious, just to be funny.
That's so funny.
So I was thinking of the month of July. How about Chris underneath a waterfall, him getting wet while wearing a white tank top, light, almost see-through pants, almost seeing the goods, but not quite. Just a thought of mine. Can't wait to purchase the calendar.
Oh my God.
That was so good.
I thought it was a yes or no question.
Bro, it was like, do I? Yes. Here. And then, by the way, what really set it off, we did not do this on purpose. We had that person write in about alone time. About a member, about his girlfriend said she needed alone time, and she was,
and then like she was going to masturbate without him.
Yes, 100%. So people took alone time and tied it to our poll, and that's what it was. It was like, well, during alone time, and then it was ... Here's how I'd put you guys in whatever.
So wait, they told us what they were thinking about as they were doing their alone time.
Yes.
That's
and
how many people wrote in?
Bro, I read all these,
dude. That's
I just don't even.
That's another book.
I can't even.
That's another book right there.
Here's the thing. I read it, right? And don't get me wrong, like I'm reading through it looking for the question. And I feel like I'm reading a romance novel of people imagining you in it. It was really fun.
You know what's funny? That's it. So it's funny because you said romance novel.
Yeah. Oh, we got the new one.
So one of the authors sent me in the book. This one here.
Oh, look at this.
That's
the one that's not the newest one.
That's the newest one comes out in July. This is the one. This is the one that she sent me to. This is Victoria. She sent me a.
Did she sign it?
Oh yeah, she signed it, bro.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Yeah, it's very cool, man. She freaking very happy, but yeah, go check out Deacon. Yeah.
By the way, hold on. Let me see this for a second.
So funny. So funny.
If you notice, he did not write it, so he did not put himself.
No, I didn't put myself in the cover, man. Was that funny? Did you like how I told that guy off?
I know
it was so funny. I was like, I don't put myself in the cover. The author does.
The author does. So wait, just so I know, is that 20, 18, 20? You're on a bunch,
18,
right?
I think 18.
You just stop counting.
Yeah, I don't even know anymore. Like, it's just kind of crazy.
That's awesome. Do you go back? Now, I know you have, because I know how this works from a photography standpoint, so I know they have a gallery of stuff you've done. How often do you go back and update it? Do you, or?
Once a year.
Once a year?
Yeah, once a year I'll go back and update it and put new photos in and everything else. Yeah, I'm not sure how much I'm gonna really put much time and effort into the romance novel thing anymore, but it was fun. You know what I mean? I never thought I would do that. You know what I mean? I never thought I'd be on the cover of a bunch of romance novels. But going back to what you're saying here, it's just funny. You know what I mean? So like we could take all that stuff right there and put it in there, like remember Penthouse Letters?
Yeah.
Advice Unfiltered letters. You know?
Or maybe someone was writing in asking us about getting, when we're going to do the journal. And I really put a lot of thought into it this week of how I would put the journal together. So maybe randomly we put in letters to Chris on some of the journal pages.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
It's so good.
So how many people wrote in?
Oh, I don't count anymore. I can't.
Is that crazy?
I can't.
That many, huh?
I section it off now into I have categories that I do it in, and then I start to fill the categories up, and then once I get enough categories filled up, then I just have to cut it off.
Cut it off.
I have to. I can't.
So Tyler, that's your job, bro. You got to go back and count.
So, we got to the point where we were early doing 400th and 600th and 700th and 1100th, and it got to be over 1,000. So what I do, I can't. So I have AI. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll actually have AI. I've created an AI agent. So for you guys who don't know, marketing's my background. I'm into AI. And now if you've seen a lot of our AI posts lately, by the way, biggest hit, most viewed post by any stretch of the imagination we have is the babies. Like as a short, oh my God, the feedback I get on the babies.
That's so funny. I should have had a beard though. I'm just saying that baby when I should have a beard.
Look, I'll be honest with you. When I do that kind of stuff for us, I'm in the middle of work. So I'm like doing something for work. And then I'm like, oh, well, I'm here. I'll just, I just throw some stuff in and make us babies. If I actually sat down to really, really think about it, oh yeah, you'd have a beard. To be honest with you, I'd have a cup and you would have a romance novel with you on the cover as a baby. Like I would go all out, bro.
No shit, number 2.
Bro, I would go, like I was on a work call today. By the way, I have to say this, and I think the CEO of my company and the CEO, both of them, listen to the podcast.
Oh,
Which
what's up, people?
So by the way, they love it, which is great.
It's awesome.
And they like yours. And so I was showing them, I created an AI version of our company on Jeopardy as a
you told me you made
show.
you made a game show.
But when I was doing that, I was typing all the stuff in and I'm building it all out and I'm getting it all ready. And then I was like, oh, I got some credits left. I was like, wonder what me and Chris will look like as a baby.
I love that.
So,
Love that.
So, by the way, shout out to work. I love you guys because you let me do this.
Yeah.
And they're so excited. I actually get to do a podcast for work coming up, which is exciting here at the Shared Studio. So, shout out to I have another one coming, but it's work related. It'll be leadership and all that good stuff. But the AI babies, though, people were like,
I love it.
Oh, it was so cool.
I love it.
As soon as you wrote me back, though, you're like, I have to be careful when I dive into stuff for us because I will go down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Like I created the condom wrapper.
That
It was
great.
the wine bottle.
Yeah, I said to somebody they thought it was a gum wrapper.
I was
like, no, it's a condom wrapper. It's just you haven't been having safe sex. How did you not know?
I gotta be honest, I wouldn't even know what a condom looks like at this point.
Yeah, right.
If I saw one in Tyler's bag, I'd be like, oh, that's funny. Is that a wet wipe?
Is that a wet wipe? Is that what that is? Is that
Look
a wet
at
wipe?
Tyler. He's hygienic. It's so great.
It's so great.
So,
Cleans his hands.
So shout out to my job who loves what I do and allows me to do it. So
That's very cool, man.
yeah, how many jobs would not bother you about a podcast?
That's very,
you
very
run?
cool, man. That's very, very cool.
So, outside that, a couple things coming through the news for us. First of all, I'm in contacts with Amazon right now. It looks like our merch store is going to run through Amazon to start, which is great.
That's amazing.
So we're finalizing that. People are sending me suggestions. So if you're out there and you have cool suggestions for merch, please send them to me. The Journal was one. I want to shout out Wendy. She's a big fan of yours from Australia. She wants stickers for her surfboard and maybe a bumper sticker. I would never thought about that, but if you want to buy an Advice Unfiltered surfboard sticker, that's pretty dope.
Right. We'll get the emblem done.
Yeah.
And then in the middle of the emblem, we put one of those things where you take a picture of it and sends you to the website.
Oh, the QR code. All of our new logo now, if you guys haven't noticed, I have the QR code on it.
Yeah.
So we create a QR code so that if you actually see it, it's actually, oddly, if I point to wherever this thing is, it's in the middle there. But what I was thinking about, if you buy something from us, like if we gave someone like the surfboard sticker, I would love a picture of her at the beach on Australia on her surfboard.
Fuck yeah.
Be fucking awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so...
we still have to figure out the blanket thing.
No. So me and Tyler worked it out.
Yeah.
So we have a way to track it. So we'll talk about it at the end of the show. It's going to come down to sharing. So what we're going to do is every post you post or I post that gets shared, that somebody physically shares, then that's how we're going to create the entries for it automatically.
How am I going to see what they share?
Well, because you will be able to see when people share. Like, you ever look in your TikTok when someone shares a story, it comes to your actual message request. It tells you shares a story.
No.
Yeah,
it doesn't do that for me.
You have so many messages.
It doesn't do that for me.
Go ahead. You got to turn your mic on, Gen Z.
Yeah, Gen Z, you got to turn your mic on.
We can't turn your mic on.
I did.
Oh, there you go. What were you saying, Gen Z?
It won't go to his.
No, it won't go to
Goes
mine.
to mine.
Well, there's a large difference between.
I know. I have a very small.
By the way, like
What are you saying? Chris's is bigger than mine?
Yeah, in this instance, Tony, yes. Mine's
Chris
a lot
is much-
bigger.
Chris
But
is-
much bigger than yours.
Chris is like, it's much bigger than yours.
I know how to
Much
think
bigger.
of a way.
So Ty or Gen Z will do it, but here's what I'm going to tell you. It's going out on next episode because I got all the blankets in. Now, I do say this. I really thought about this. The small ones, I think, should go to Anita because she came up with the idea.
I agree 100%.
So the small
Yes,
blankets.
let's send the ones to Anita. Yeah,
So-
she came up with the idea. Anita, you get the blankets.
So the way we feel about it, if you guys help us come up with ideas, you should be part of what we do. So Anita, well, I'm going to send you, and that's, I believe, the Netherlands, but I'm going to mail you the two small ones. And then what we'll do is our resident Gen Z there at the end of this episode is going to, here's what I'm going to tell you. You got about an hour to tell us how it's going to work. Because at the end, you can tell us how it's worked,
I
Gen
already
Z.
know
So,
how it's gonna work.
all right, well, you can tell us at the end so you can come on camera.
There you go.
All right, so that's awesome. By the way, this is interesting. I didn't think about this. I don't know how I feel about it, but I was curious about your feeling about this.
What's that?
A bunch of regulars jumped in and asked us, would we ever do, not like a big thing, but just because to your point, so many people are writing us about how the great work they're doing, would we ever do a group fitness challenge together? And maybe not like for money or anything, but like just to see
charity?
people's progress, or maybe we do it for charity.
Yeah.
Would we ever do a fitness challenge?
Yeah, it's a great idea.
I think
absolutely.
Like
We're game for everything.
Yeah, that's true. We actually are.
We're game for everything, man. Anything's gonna bring you a lot of positivity and a lot of fun, and anything's gonna help change the community or help somebody or. I mean, that's what the show's all about, right?
Well, if you listen to enough of what we talk about, we're generally game for anything.
Yeah, we're game for anything. Yeah.
So that's coming out. And, so this is our poll of the day. I happen to now have thought about this ahead of time, but I only for this one episode will steal Christopher David's poll of the day. And I'm only doing this because people are starting to write this in. People are starting to tell us what every month should be. And people have sent in some unbelievable ideas. So here's the deal. What I want you guys to do is pick a month, and all I want you to do is tell us what you think that month should be. So it was...
Be like how?
So like somebody wrote in June, and then was like, and it gave the description of what the calendar shoot should be.
Oh, for the calendar.
Yes, for the calendar.
Oh.
People have really good ideas.
They've really thought about this.
Oh my God, bro. People, because they know we live at the beach and they kind of have figured out like we're,
Fuck, I really have to start doing abs.
People were like, bro, I know. Like I had family say this week, I was like, you guys got to stop fucking feeding me pasta. I got a photo shoot to do soon.
I'm gonna diet it in.
Bro, we got to diet it. I might start taping my mouth shut. But anyways, the things were great. So if you have ideas out there and you have ideas for what we could do, I'm all game because it just helps me as a photographer nail down what we have to do. So please send those in. They were great.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it was, something good. So merch is coming out. Blankets will be done. We'll talk about fitness challenge. Obviously, you guys sent in a lot of the fact of who you would sleep with and then described it and I guess knew I was going to read it.
Did I win?
Bro, no, bro, it wasn't even a
competition.
Bro,
I don't even know.
Bro, it wasn't even a poll. People just went in and was like, oh, so if I was asleep with you guys, like, how would it imagine? And it was just the stories.
Wow.
I was, what? No.
You girls are all dirty.
Bro, no part of it was a poll.
No part of it was a poll.
Somebody wrote in.
There was a poll involved.
Somebody wrote in. No joke. Somebody wrote in. I would like to answer Christopher David's poll. And by poll, you know what I mean. And it went into a whole thing about polls.
Oh, my God.
Bro, I was done. And the whole time I was
sitting bad. Shame.
Guys, just so you know, I read them. So and people, just so everybody knows, I'm the only one who reads them.
Yeah.
So if you do send something kind of fucked up, don't worry about it.
We are gonna put them in a book.
Oh, we totally are.
Totally are gonna put them in a book. Advice Unfiltered. What the fucks?
What the fucks? That's it. You sidetracked your second novel to go with this one,
right there. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah.
All right.
Advice Unfiltered. What the fuck?
Yeah. So, all right. So outside that, as always, we appreciate you guys. This is where we do some of the questions that you guys submitted. If we see some on the screen, we'll do our best to get to those as well. So let's start with our questions as always.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do the show, bro.
All right. We got an easy one to start us off. Daphne, and it's always a fun way to start off. Daphne wants to know, Tony, what made you smile today? Anything good in your day today? Anything good in your week? I didn't, anything good for the weekend?
You know what made me smile today? I'll be honest with you. So my kid's being a normal 10-year-old. He's been having little issues at school. And I had a week that I talked to him, and he called me at 7:30 this morning. It's like, hey, Dad, I had a really good day at school yesterday. And I was like, that's awesome, bro. And then he called me again today when he got off the bus, and he told me he had a really good day at school today too. So that was the highlight of my day, man. That was freaking amazing. I'm glad my kid took my advice, and is doing better in school. So that was a bit about my smile on my face.
Yeah, that's because he came to the podcast and was like, "Oh, Daddy gives great advice."
Daddy gives exactly what happened. It's exactly what happened. Dad gives great advice.
Did he go home and say that he was on the podcast at you? Because
I don't know, probably.
Well, that happens to me. So
I just hope we didn't go home and tell his mom what happened when we walked across the beach. So we walked, dude, like
this is good.
Like my son, like, all right. So for 6 years I had him every weekend. I never went on a date. To this day, if I have him, I don't begin with a babysitter.
Yeah, nobody.
He's with me. You know what I mean? He's 100% with me. He's 100% on my time. I'm on his time. I mean, and so he's never seen like he's seen people pay attention to me in like a public setting, but he's never seen me like actually like somebody like hit on me. You know what I mean? So I was walking across the street with my shirt off, and like these girls started yelling out their car, fucking like woo, fucking Delph, fucking woo. And my kid stops dead in his tracks and goes, "What was that?" He goes, "Why were they yelling at you?" I'm like, "I don't know, son. It's just one of those things, man. You'll get used to it." We kept walking, so I opened it and tell his mom that because I can't imagine,
Yeah, my favorite moment. Tyler was probably about the same age as your son was. He might have been a little younger, maybe like 8. And we were in Asbury, and Asbury has this unbelievable event called the Navigator. Right, and it's a. By the way, the gay population can party.
That's the one in June, right?
Oh, bro. So they do it right. They had a stage on the beach. It was bananas.
Yeah,
it was
I
crazy,
heard that
right?
last year. I heard it was insane.
So I don't know. I got Tyler. We're just going on the boardwalk to go to that.
So you didn't know it was going on?
No. So we're going to a little water
That's
park.
fucking even better.
So here's the best part.
That's fucking amazing.
Two guys are walking down, and both of them got just thongs on and bow ties and little outfits, and they are partying. And it was like fun, hilarious. I was I'm like, this is fucking great, right? So as they walk by me, Tyler goes, "Daddy, why does everyone just have their underwear on today?" Oh, it's so funny.
That's a good question, son.
I was like, well,
good question.
No, some people like to hang out, buddy.
We don't really know.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Oh my God, it was one of the funniest things. I just remember being there, being like, they know how to party. This is unbelievable. So for me, it was really easy. Tyler got a job. My son got his first job.
He got a job?
Got a job, baby.
You got a job, bro.
Yeah, he got a job. He's got a bank account now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where's your job at?
Red Rock.
Oh, Red Rock?
Yeah, so.
Very cool, bro. What are you doing there?
I'm food running.
Food running.
Yeah.
You're food running.
Food running. That's
It's
cool.
our-
It's somewhere to start.
It's our favorite restaurant. It's where we go see. Well, it's our favorite bar. It's our favorite band plays. We know the owners, and then he winds up. And by the way, check this shit out for a first job: $14 an hour plus tip out.
Wow, that's great.
It's great for a 16-year-old.
Fuck, man. I think food runners were making like $5 an hour when I was a kid.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah, like or maybe even $3.50 or something like that with tips or something,
Yeah, so shout
Good for
out.
you, bro. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, so that was
Fucking
good.
awesome.
I actually had that weird dad, like, it's hard to explain unless you're like, me and you are kind of the same boat. We didn't get all the time with the kid.
Yeah.
So that now that I have a little more consistent time with them. Like those things are so amazing to me.
Yeah.
I'm dropping him off at the job, the biggest grin on my face, like he's got a job.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I pulled up. There was this really cute girl. She was cleaning the table. I was like, "Hey, buddy, welcome to work, bro. It's so good." He wouldn't say a word to me. It was hilarious. I was just like, "All
I
right."
ain't talking to you.
was
Don't
like-
embarrass me, Dad.
Oh yeah, I was like, "How's work, buddy? How's everybody? You meet anybody?" He's like, "It's fine, Dad."
Yeah, give us details, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
I get just excited.
yeah, that's the stuff that makes us
Yeah,
smile. So
stuff that makes us smile.
all right, Joanna from
Thank you for asking.
Australia. By the way, learn more about her. She's our Aussie fan from South Australia.
Wait, who's this?
The Joanna. She's the one from the
Joanna.
city I can never pronounce. So
She's the one trying to help me do a business plan.
yeah. So by the way,
What's up, Joanna?
Joanna, you're in retail. Just so you know, I've been in marketing for retail for 20 plus years, so I'm very familiar with what you do. So Shira asks 2 interesting questions. One, what advice would you give to just the 18-year-olds of today? And 2, which you could answer first, how is your relationship with your family members that you described in your book? So I saw. I was like, this is interesting.
The question is, what's my relationship with the family members that I wrote about in my book?
Yes.
It's funny you asked that question. So yeah, if you didn't know, I wrote a book. It was a bestseller on Amazon called "It Was Never Just About Me: The Journey That Saved My Life." You can still find it on Amazon. There's also an audio where I also, shameless plug, where I'm also speaking and I'm doing the audio. But yeah, so I haven't talked to certain parts of my family in 4 or 5 years. So what ended up happening is some of my family decided to reject the book and reject the idea that I wrote it.
Oh yeah, I can see that happen.
Yeah, and got very upset about it. I'm gonna backtrack though. So like when I first wrote the book, I didn't tell anybody in my family
Good call.
that I wrote the book. Right? I didn't tell anybody in my family. I saved one copy for my grandmother, and that was living with my mother at the time. I went to drop it off, and when I went to drop it off, my grandmother told me she didn't read.
You didn't know the whole time?
No, she said she didn't read. She was sitting there doing a crossword puzzle while she told me that. And then I told her, I said, listen, Grandma, I said, I wrote this book. I said, it's my book. You know what I mean? I signed it. She said, you're the person I'm giving a copy to. And she turned and looked at me and said, she goes, Chris, some things shouldn't be said. And went right back to her crossword puzzles.
Ooh.
That was the last time I talked to my grandmother. Freaking, which sucks. 'Cause I love my grandma. I thought she was, my grandma was hard as stone. But that's when I realized my mom's side of the family got the book.
Oh, yeah, they got it.
They got it, and they made up their own opinion about it. So that side of the family, you know, I don't talk to my sister anymore. My mom makes a better effort now.
Yeah.
But my father, my real father, and actually my stepbrother on my mom's side, got a lot closer to me. My Aunt Leslie got a lot closer to me. So what ended up happening is people that felt like they were being attacked or they couldn't accept the truth, lashed out, right? The people that really saw it for what it was,
Yeah.
you know, and saw that I was just expressing what happened in my life and that my battles and struggles that I went through myself, you know, because I didn't talk good about anybody really. I was honest about it was my childhood. I was honest
Yeah.
God about my childhood. And but my father and me are closer now. My stepbrother's closer to me. I mean, that's probably the best thing that happened about the book, right? Like my stepbrother called me out of the blue. I didn't talk to him for like 5 years. He calls me out of the blue, and he goes, Christopher. And not many people, you know, call me Christopher if we can. So he's like, Christopher. And I'm like, yeah? He's like, it's Jeff. I'm like, Jeff who? Like, I was like, it's how long I haven't talked to him. I was like, Jeff or you? He's like, your brother. And I was like, oh. And I was like, oh boy. That's like, he's about to yell at me. That's about, you know, he's about to fucking, he's like, your mom gave me your book. I'm like, oh. I was like, did she? And he's like, yeah. And I'm thinking, man, he's about to rip me a new asshole. You know what I mean? Like he's you know, he's close to my stepdad. They were two peas in a pod. I was always jealous of their relationship. And you know, and then, you know, so I thought for sure. I knew my sister hated me. I knew she was mad at me. So I figured, you know, he was probably gonna be fucking pissed at me too. And he actually, and when he called me and he told me he got the book, he said, I just want to tell you I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you. You know, he's like, yeah, I saw your childhood. I saw how it was. And I'm sorry I wasn't there for you. And I thought that was amazing, dude. I thought that was probably the best thing that happened out of me writing my book. Mine is, you know, helping out everybody else, and it's helped. But having my brother like actually acknowledge the fact that stuff actually happened,
Yeah.
you know, freaking was pretty fucking cool. So yeah, so I'm close to some people in my family, and some people in my family I'm not, and that's okay. It's absolutely okay to be like that. You know what I mean? It's good to keep toxic people out of your life. You know, just because they're blood doesn't mean they're family. You know.
Yeah, it's true. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's like you're not writing it for any other reason, but it takes. I think when someone comes up to you and they don't realize, like, because some of my not me personally, my wife goes through it a lot. I think realistically, her parents just could have been a little nicer.
Yeah.
They didn't have the best childhood. Well, here's what I would say: their marriage was shit, and fuck them as kids.
Yeah.
And it's sad now, even as a 50-year-old adult, when it's brought up. The parents are still like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and that's your fault.
Yeah.
And it's like, all you're looking for is a kid to be like, is this like an acknowledgement? Like, hey, I'm sorry, or hey, I wish I could have been better.
I mean, like so like I didn't write the book specifically to attack anybody in my family. That's not at all what I did. I wrote the book to help people, you know, because my childhood is other people's childhood. Like I just want to let people know they're not alone. You know what I mean? It was also my way of processing it, right? The whole process of it all, and yeah, so I wasn't trying to hurt anybody in my family. You know what I mean? I was just trying to help other people, right? And my brother saw it. My brother, you know what was funny? My brother actually said to me, he goes, my brother's a multimillionaire. My brother's rich. He's got his shit together. I look up to this guy. This guy can build anything, bro. My stepbrother can build fucking anything. He can build a house. He can build a fucking barn. He can build cars, dude. Like he's
the man.
He's the man, bro. And he got that all from his father, my stepdad. And he's also, you know, a multimillionaire. Look up to him immensely. And he said to me, he goes, man, I really look up to you. He goes, I really admire you, man. Like, you're a lot more braver than I could never do what you did. And I was like, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, right? It's
That's
awesome.
crazy, bro. Like, yeah, like, you admire me. I was living out of my car, man, for like 6 months, dude, right before it got repossessed. And I was living in a trailer with no floor in it, bro. And you're telling me,
You're telling me I'm your hero?
Yeah, I'm your hero, bro. Like, I'm like the biggest fuck up. Like, what are we talking about right now? And but no, it was cool, man. And listen, I'm gonna reillustrate. So my stepfather, before he passed away, God rest his soul, we also had a healing process. I asked him why he was so mean to me. I was like, Dad, why, did you hate me? It's like, is you? And he told me, he said, man, I was just hard on you because I wanted you to be able to handle yourself. And I wanted you to be able to, you take care of your family and be able to survive. He's like, I knew everybody else was fine. I was just worried about you. It's like,
Well, we could have been a little nicer.
well, I said, if you would have just said that, you know what I mean? If you would have just fucking sat down one day and explained that to me.
Yeah.
Because the whole time somebody's hard on you, you just think, man, they fucking hate you. You know what I mean? They fucking hate me. So that too, I had some reconciliation with my stepfather too before he passed. So yeah, to answer your question. What was the other part of the question?
Any advice for people who are 18 and any youngs? My only advice is simple. I told my son already. Yeah, just take your paycheck, take 10%, put that shit away till you're 30, 40 years old and retire early. Yeah. That's about as best I can give you that I was horrible at.
Keep it in your pants.
Oh, yeah. Keep it in.
Or wrap it.
Wear an Advice Unfiltered condom.
Yes. Raincoat.
There you go.
Unfiltered raincoats.
We're just
umbrellas.
Ponchos.
Can you imagine umbrellas? Next. Umbrellas would be cool as shit. Fucking like a clear umbrella with that symbol on the fucking top. Bad as shit.
All right. Well, look at us.
Umbrellas.
All right. By the way, a couple people have sent this in. Debbie O'Connell, you sent it in first. A couple other people. We were just checking this out, which was kind of funny. Hey, guys, just want to say love the show. Thanks so much. Have you guys ever used Bing search? I don't really use Microsoft Bing. Google's the shit, but it's cool. By the way, all I did was type in Advice Unfiltered. 3.1 million results came in. And guess what? You two were first, followed by your podcast, followed by the website, followed by Spotify, followed by Apple, all the videos. Congratulations, how awesome it is that when you type in the first two words, now you guys are on top of the world. So, yeah, it's pretty fucking cool.
That's pretty cool.
Look, everyone asks, because they always ask us about the number 2 thing, and I said, look, we got sent a message that as a new podcast, we're trending in that way. And we were just looking someone sent it to me and said, if you type in fitness advice in the Apple or Spotify, you guys come up. I've seen 2, I've seen 4. We just looked before we came with CJ here, and I think we're at 9. Yeah. But look, there's 5 fucking million podcasts.
Yeah.
So
we're on there.
And
we're making motions.
And I've said this before. Advice Unfiltered with Chris and Tony is dominated by The Sopranos because of Tony Soprano. But not anymore, baby.
Not anymore, bro.
Not anymore.
Yo, we took them out, bro.
Yeah. Hey.
We
put a hit on them.
We took them out. Nothing to see here. Keep moving.
I appreciate all you guys who are sending us that information. Let us know it's really cool. But don't forget, that's you. It's all of us together.
Yeah, it's all because of you guys, man. Yes. It's all because of you.
All right. So Bridget Brown. Now, you may remember Bridget Brown. She had the problem with sex with her boyfriend because they both he likes the smell of her from the gym.
Oh, the sweat couple.
Sweat couple.
All
right. She's back.
Sweaty McSweaty.
All right. Her boyfriend's best childhood friend resurfaced and reconnected with him again. When I met him, he gave me that icky feeling. But I ignored it because my boyfriend spoke so highly of him. The problem is that his friend kept making inappropriate comments to me when my boyfriend was out of the room.
That's not cool.
I asked him to stop. He said he was joking. The final straw came over this weekend when he grabbed my ass and then tried to kiss me when my boyfriend was in the backyard.
Oh.
I flipped out, cursed him out, stormed out of my house, and when my boyfriend texted me, I just made up a lame excuse of where I went. I haven't told him yet, but now my boyfriend wants to invite his friend over for Memorial Day.
Why would you not tell him right away?
Yeah, so So anyways, I don't even got to go through the rest of the question. No. I tell my boyfriend right fucking away.
Now.
Yes.
Right fucking now.
That is not a friend.
That's not a friend.
No.
You go fucking tell him. And listen, the fact that you don't say anything right away makes you look guilty and complacent.
No, yeah, you can't.
You know what I mean? It makes you, well, what did you do? Yeah. What did you do to make him think that's okay?
No.
That's what I'd be asking. Why would you not tell? Like, what's fucking like a week later? I'd be like, why the fuck are you waiting to tell me now?
Oh, you can't. Yeah, you can't.
No, I'd be all over that. I'd be doubting you. I'd be doubting him. I'd be all over that. So yeah, you need to fucking tell him ASAP.
There better be no weird advice from Gen Z, but that I'm telling you, that you, first of all, I'm going to be honest, you might not, first of all, she stormed out of her own house. That's stupid.
No, you should have threw him out.
Stay in your own house. You tell your boyfriend and kick that motherfucker out.
Yeah, kick him out. That's not a good friend.
It's not a friend.
That's not a friend, man. That's a fucking asshole waiting to get his fucking head pounded in.
Look, there's some people that come into your life and in and out for seasons and reasons and shit. That person should be left in the past, but your boyfriend needs to know that that's not a friend.
It's not a friend.
No, definitely not.
I can see it coming back already. Him going, damn, it didn't work. Set him up for it. Fuck it.
Try to get a threesome out of this, didn't work.
I was trying to break up with her. I didn't know.
No, Bridge, you gotta let that. You gotta bring that up.
Yeah,
so.
you got to tell him right away, man. So that type of shit right there, you need to get off your chest right away.
An interesting question came through, and I'm sure. Look, I actually asked this question because me and you have both been broke as shit.
Yes.
So someone wrote in. Patricia wrote in from PA. How she's because of her limited budget. She goes, could you guys figure out a way if you had to, and you had to buy groceries for yourself? Could you do it on $15 a week? Now I understand that this is difficult. I'm not saying it's not. If it was just me and it was
if I had nothing else to pay for.
Yes. Well, what's left over of stuff is $15. How could you make it work? When you're broke, you would get creative.
You know what you're gonna do? You make a fucking stew.
That's a good one.
You know, stew. So I grew up poor, right? So poor man meal. You had potato pancakes,
Okay.
tuna casserole.
Okay.
You know, tuna casserole can last for 3 days, right? If you can, you can make a huge pot of that. You can buy a whole bag of pasta for like what? $1.89,
yeah, whatever it is.
Fucking $1 and change.
Buy ramen for 14 cents.
Yeah, fucking. And I mean, again, none of this stuff is healthy.
No, but you're trying to live.
But you're trying to live, right? So if we can, like tuna casserole, so you get your protein. Stews, you get a crock pot. You know what I mean? If you can get a crock pot and make yourself a stew, that you can, that'll last you, a couple weeks.
If you actually go to fruit, there's a couple things first of all, pork chops, if you go in, cheapest meat by far. You can get a family pack for like $4. You can get chicken chicken legs, $4 or $5. There's ways that you could make it work.
Oh yeah, coupons too. I totally forgot about that coupon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's our coupon saving, man.
Well, you should watch that Coupon Extreme show.
I used to.
Where they fucking make that shit work.
Yeah, I used to walk out. They have like 150 coupons, and they walk out paying nothing.
If I was behind someone and they broke out a coupon book and I saw all this shit,
out, bro.
I would lose my mind.
I would leave whatever I was had right there and just walk away.
Especially if you, like on a busy day, if you had waited in line to get up there and all of a sudden you just saw someone break out a dictionary-sized coupon book.
Yeah, right.
I might park my cart and leave. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I just might be out.
Oh, yeah, they sell food at the Dollar Tree, too. I forgot about that. They sell food at the dollar store.
Look, it's not easy.
And it's not healthy.
And it's not healthy, but you get really creative when you're broke. So, and actually the funny thing is it makes you realize that when you start getting money, you're like, where'd all my money go?
Mm-hmm.
It's, you just
I'll tell you what, you know where my money goes right now? Fucking DoorDash.
Oh,
That
the
fucking
service
shit drives
fee
me-
and
oh.
delivery fee.
It's too convenient. It's too easy. And being a bachelor, dude, it's like, I'm going to have a DoorDash.
I got my son Chipotle. Whatever, just Chipotle. Just DoorDash it to the house.
$50.
Yeah, bro, I didn't even look. I just ordered it. $50.
$50. $50. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so
Yeah, you can never order anything. It's never less than $40.
no, it definitely not.
Yeah.
So it's difficult. It's tough, but like I said, you got to get super creative. Soup's a good one. Like I said, you got to make something that's gonna last you.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta think quantity over quality, right?
Oh yeah, I mean,
So pastas, like when I was broke, if we could live in San Diego, I was eating pasta with cheese, pasta with broccoli, pasta with chicken.
oh yeah,
I was eating pasta 3 times a day. It's the only time I had a gut. Fucking, I was eating. So the only thing I could afford when I was living in San Diego, right? Because I was doing like tile and pool plumbing, and I was making less than like $12 an hour, dude. Fucking, and my rent was like $790 for 550 square feet. I'm going back like 99.
yeah.
And freaking, I remember all I could afford was bags of pasta and vegetables, right? Fucking maybe and a protein. And then like my high, like if I wanted to escape reality for a little bit because my life sucked, I would go buy Slurpees.
Bro,
And I would drink a Slurpee.
Any
and
size,
get a sugar
79
high.
cents.
Yeah, 79 cents, any size. You know what I mean? That's how broke I was. But yeah, you can make it work.
You get creative.
Yeah.
You-
saltine crackers and soup.
That will
Peanut butter and apples.
Now I get it. She wrote in the question was, oh, Chris said saltine crackers and peanut butter.
Yeah, saltine crackers and peanut butter, man.
So,
Yeah, I lived off that for a minute.
or you just do this. You get the fountain soda and you fill it up and then you drink the whole thing real quick and then you
do it
fill it again. To go.
That's like I saw a comedian the other day. He's like, man, I was so broke. He's like, I didn't know how broke my family was. So I went over to my friend's house and they had a ketchup bottle. And I was like, damn. Oh, we got a ketchup package from like
Okay,
Popeyes and fucking
All the condiments.
No, this is not a fake video.
No, it's not AI.
No, this is not
All right.
AI.
So this is what I mean. So Connie writes in. So
What's up, Connie? She's watching right now.
So I want you to appreciate how Connie phrases this. This is what most of the questions were this week. Ready? Of course, I fantasize about having sex with Chris. I'm single, so why not? I'm divorced. My fantasy would be we drive up to Lake Tahoe for the weekend, stay in a beautiful log cabin overlooking the mountains. We have a fire going on inside.
Fireplace crackling.
We're laying on a bearskin rug,
Laying on a bearskin rug.
feeding each other some chocolate-covered strawberries.
This is so 70s porn. Feeding each other chocolate strawberry.
We both got large bushes.
Both got large bushes. He's got a hairy chest.
We start making out, and when she you tie her hands over her head while she...
And I leave.
And I say, submit a new question next week.
That's the question next week.
And but wait, then somehow it goes. Then you do the deed on top of a Lambo in the pouring rain. But here's the kicker: then immediately follows up with, "So, anyways, do you guys like board games?"
Connie is not mentally stable. Connie, no offense.
Connie,
But you're funny. Wait, what was the last question?
do we like board games? By the way, I love board games. Part of my family, so we have tons of board games. Love board games. Oh, you know why? Because
What's your favorite board game?
right now, Taboo. We have this one called Quest. You play online. That you play. Everyone plays on their phone, but the thing goes online. You know what it is? The family. We have a ton of friends that you just get bored of going out.
Yeah.
So everybody just comes over and gets fucked up, and then you're like, "You guys want to just play a game or something?" And it's easy. Oh,
cool.
My favorite game though is cornhole.
I bet it is.
Bro, I'm cool. I'm badass at cornhole.
I bet it is cornhole.
I mean, also, I do like poker. I mean, I'd hit that.
Cards Against Humanity. I like that game.
Yeah, there you go. No, so-
I would think my favorite. I don't know. What would be my favorite board game? I don't know.
We just have so many
I
friends.
used to play Monopoly all the time.
Monopoly's fun. It's not a lot. Takes forever.
Yeah, it takes forever.
But yeah, for me, we have tons of board games. It's just fun. Just something to do with your friends when you get older. And yeah, I mean, you're gonna wind up coming over this summer, so you're gonna get wrapped into it. Believe me when I tell you, I can promise you this without a doubt. If you come to my house, my wife is going to wrap you into a board game.
Right.
Because you're an
I'm
extra
down.
player. So what?
You're gonna wrap him into a board.
Oh,
game.
because I know she'll make her happy. I do what makes my wife happy.
You wrap. You. You're
I
the one
literally.
that wraps everyone in the
I
board
know.
game.
I know. I'm just
You
gonna
break
tap
'em
him.
out.
I'll tap him. I know. Hey, happy wife, happy life, bro.
Yeah.
To learn lessons.
Do we ever do meets and greets? So that's the thing. So I'm gonna change the subject real quick. We need you to help make this podcast become #1.
Then we can.
So if you do that, we can do live audience things, which is kind of the goal. We want to do like a Q&A live audience thing.
That would be awesome.
That'd be fucking amazing. Have a camera crew there, fucking shoot you guys, fucking
Yeah.
talking to us. So yes, so help us make this podcast #1 by going to YouTube and by going to Spotify and subscribing, sharing, following, and all good stuff.
Yeah. Pictionary is another good one I saw in there, but we'd love to meet and greets. That'd be awesome.
That meet and greets would be amazing.
All right.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Elena from Sydney, Australia.
Ozzy. Wait.
My man asked me if we could schedule sex like a team meeting. He even sent me a Google invite. Should I RSVP or delete it? My question for you, is it common for couples with crazy schedules to schedule sex, or could this work for couples who just need to be intimate more often? So, do couples put it on the calendar?
See, I'd say yeah, you can. You know what I mean? Anything that's going to make the relationship better, I'm always game on, right? Anything that's going to make the relationship better and make it closer and time for intimacy, because intimacy is huge, like especially for a couple to last. I think anything that's going to make it better, yes. That's something I would do? No. I am a spur of the moment type of guy, and I like the animalistic nature of it all, of like, taking advantage of the opportunity when it's there. And I don't know. For me, like, I hate scheduling shit. So like, I get anxiety when I schedule shit. I'm like, oh, I gotta go do that.
I would say, look, first of all, I think it's a brilliant idea. I think if you guys are so busy that sometimes you don't find enough time for yourself, do I think it should be in the fun nature of doing it to be like, hey, let's make sure we carve out some time together. I think it's a great idea.
I think you should do some build up. Like you say, hey man, listen, the kids
Well,
are gone. We have Tuesday night, 7:00. Fucking, I used to call it.
You used to call it fucking?
No, I used to call it Sex Olympics.
The Sex Olympics?
The Sex Olympics. I was like, yo, man, you don't have the kids. I don't have the kids either. Like, it's time for Sex Olympics. Like, like it's game on. You know what I mean? So yeah, game on. I said a video.
I like how you just looked up and your brain just remembered a moment.
Game on. Yeah, 6 Olympics, man. No, it was funny because I sent a video. It was a video that I saw. I think I might have sent it to you too, where the girls were like, the guy asked me, like, how long do you expect the sex to last? And the one girl's like 20 minutes. The other girl's like 8 to 12 minutes. It's like, wow. Overachiever over here.
I think it did when they do the interviews on the streets.
Yeah, I was going to go to the streets. Yeah,
yeah.
One woman was like, oh, it should only last 20 minutes. And the other girl's like, oh, 8 to 12 minutes is all sex to last. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, like that's not even a warm up. Like, where are we going here?
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
But look, if you guys are having a conversation about it and you think it's a good idea, and it's fun.
Like I said, I'm totally supportive about anything that makes the relationship better.
Yeah,
right?
so
it's always worth giving it a try.
Yeah, and to your point, I think actually, if you actually have it on the calendar, that could be a little fun.
Yeah, a little build up, right?
Build up,
right? A little set of little pictures, a little like, hey, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. Can't wait till freaking Tuesday at 8:45 to have sex during Chris's podcast. Fuck it.
Well, they also look. I saw a new trend for married couples, where actually it's a lot of memes where they talk about instead of actually waiting to have sex when you get back from date night, because everyone's drunk and tired and sleepy by that time. A lot of people look at it and they go, "We should probably have sex before we go out, and then at least we know we've accomplished it. So if we do it again later, hey, great. But if we get home and we're hammered or we don't, then the date night still was good." So
just don't get hammered. Priorities, man.
Well,
Buzz is okay.
Well,
you don't have to get fucking all whiskey dick and shit.
Well, you never know. Well, I don't even. Well, it's been so long since whiskey dick. I don't really.
Yeah,
we've all been there at some point, but. Tori from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
What's up, Wisconsin?
I have a burner IG account just to watch my ex's stories. Should I stop? I don't really want to stop, but how common
it's
is it?
So fucking unhealthy. I'm going to cut you off right there. It is so fucking unhealthy. You have a burner account to watch your ex's IG. It's so toxic for yourself.
Oh, it's so toxic.
So toxic. I don't even hear the rest of the conversation.
I watched a person on TikTok. I could not help it. Everyone started clipping it and was like, "What the fuck?" I guess her man left her, so she sang a song about having him come back, and she's like, I'm not even gonna try to sing. She's like, "Come back, I miss you," and then she's like, my coochie's better than hers, and then she's singing this song about a guy who left her, and she's just like, to her, it's no big thing. She's like, "I've been watching you on Instagram." I'm like,
that's fucking crazy.
Like, you guys gotta. I mean, come on.
Listen, unless you're Britney Spears or Alanis Morissette. Then you shouldn't be writing songs about your ex.
Brittany, by the way. Have you ever seen her on IG?
Brittany? She's a hot mess.
Oh.
Did I say Brittany? I said, I mean Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift or freaking, or what's the other girl's name?
I don't know. I'm locked on Brittany now.
Alanis Morissette.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know that song where she's talking about going down to the movie theater? You know that song? You know what she's talking about?
What?
The guy from Full House? The comedian?
Bob Saget?
No, the other one.
Not right. Oh, the guy who was the
artist? Yeah, it was comedian of the show.
Yes.
Yeah, so she was dating him. They were dating and he broke up with her.
Uh-huh.
So that whole album is about him. That whole fucking album is about him, bro. It's so funny because John Stamos talks about this.
Uh-huh.
He said, he was sitting in the car. They were driving through L.A. And the song came on and she's like, did she go down on you in the movie theater and stuff? And fucking he looks at him and he goes, "Oh, I think I really fucked her up."
Well, the other one, Adele rose to popularity because her entire first album.
Yeah, no, listen, every
was about
song.
her ex.
Listen, Trent Reznor said it the best. I think it was Trent Reznor. No, it was lead singer of the Black Crowes. He said it. Chris Robbins, right? Is that his name? Right, Chris Robbins. He said the best quote ever about music. Right? It's a shame that us as an artist make the most money off the songs that cause us the most pain. And it's true. If you actually think about all the good songs that were out. That you relate to, that were number one, that were awesome.
Of course.
They were written songs about some type of tragedy in their life. Look at Taylor Swift. She's made a whole career off of fucking heartbreak.
God,
you know what I mean?
bro.
Fucking the whole thing. So it's because you can relate to the song. That's all it is.
My favorite song from Foo Fighters is Everlong, and I think he wrote it after a break. He left the studio after a breakup, right? And just wrote it because he's heartbroken.
Yeah.
Great fucking tune. Carlos from Sarasota.
What's up, Sarasota?
I am getting a Brazilian wax with my girlfriend who recommended it. Is this normal for a boyfriend to do? And what am I in store for?
No.
No.
And you're an idiot.
Oh, it's gonna hurt so bad.
It's gonna hurt so bad, dude. Especially to do his balls. That's gonna fucking and his taint. That's gonna fucking hurt, bro.
Oh, I didn't even.
Yo,
think
good luck with that, dude. And listen,
We need an update from Carlos.
yeah, Carlos, I want to know how it goes and why. Why? Listen, I'm all about manscaping. Don't get me wrong.
Yes, but taking hot wax to
down
all
there,
that,
ripping that. No,
bro. They make tools for that.
women are nuts.
Ceramic Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0.
Yeah, bro.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wax. Oh my. And
why?
by the way, and going with your girlfriend, I'm like,
Dude, that hurts just thinking about it.
yeah, I'm not gonna sleep well tonight thinking about that, Carlos.
No.
All right. Zeke from Tallahassee, Florida.
What's up, Tallahassee, Florida?
I'm dating a girl who kisses with her eyes open
That's creepy as
the
fuck.
entire time.
That is so fucking creepy.
I'm used to it now.
I mean, is she blind?
But should I tell her how to do it right?
Is she blind? Is that why her eyes are open? Like, what's going on? The fuck?
Oh, you can't.
How can you stare at somebody when you're like?
Could you imagine?
That'd be so creepy.
Oh,
Can you imagine opening your eyes and seeing it? Like,
well, first of all, you open your eyes and their eyes are open, right? So then you close them really quick, and then
you open one eye and his eyes
like,
still open. It's so fucking no. It's fucking weird. Tell her to knock it off.
Oh, you can't do that. Oh, it's so weird. You gotta say something.
Yeah, you gotta say something.
Yeah, look.
Like, what are you looking at?
I don't even know. Just hey, do you always kiss with your eyes open? Like, it might be worth the fight just to give the advice.
My kid used to fall asleep with his eyes open.
I've seen someone do that. It's
my kid used to do that, and my father did that. My real father, freaking, he fell asleep too. I remember I was a young kid, and I looked over and he was sleeping, and his eyes were open, and I was talking to him, and I was like, "What do you think, Dad?" And he answered me, I'm like, "Dad." I'm like, "Oh my God, he's dead." I grabbed him and shook him. He's like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" But my youngest kid used to fall asleep in the car, and he'd be back there like, and his eyes would be open. I'm like, boop.
Oh, bro. When I first got my driver's license, and it was like the first week I had it, and I stayed at my buddy's house, and he invited us over, and his mom was like, "Hey, you guys can drink, but you can't go anywhere. You got to stay the night." And so we go there, and my friend is down in the basement, and he's laying there with his eyes open, and like dead to the world, but his eyes are open, and his sister's like, "Don't worry, he's sleeping." So
That's creepy as fuck.
So we hook up in the basement.
With his eyes open?
When he's laying there watching us with his eyes open.
He wasn't sleeping, bro.
Bro.
He wasn't sleeping.
I get up the next morning to leave.
He was over there. Beep, beep.
And he's laying there with his eyes open still all night long, right? And I'm like, just walk by. I'm just like, this is fucking so strange, right? And, just kind of like dead to the world. As I turn and I hit the first step, I just hear him go, "I saw the whole thing."
No. That's fucking awesome.
I ran out of the house.
He's like, I jerked off to the whole thing,
I never forget it. I'll never forget it. I never forget the whole time.
That's so fucking
he
weird.
laid there, her just being like, he sleeps with his eyes open.
That's so funny. She lied to you.
Oh, I just heard him go.
They were into it. She was like, yeah, my brother likes me. Watch me get fucked.
I saw the whole thing.
That's Tony, by the way. That's who you are. There's Tony.
Hello.
It's Tony Rodriguez.
All right. Let's see. All right. Sandra from Texas.
That's funny.
I started calling my boyfriend daddy in the bedroom. Is this a weird thing to say to guys, or do guys find it to be a turn on? I'm not really sure. I don't want to embarrass myself, and I don't want to ask my friends. Is it okay to call my boyfriend daddy in the bedroom?
Some dudes are into that, right?
I don't know that I am.
I'm not.
I'm not.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like when girls call me daddy. I don't like it. You know why? Because I have two boys that earn that right. I have two sons. So I feel like when they call me daddy, they're cheapening the right that my kids have to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I do. It's not a turn on for me. I don't want to be your daddy. I'll dominate the fuck out of you. Don't get me wrong. Freaking, I'll own your ass. But freaking, I'm not going to be your daddy. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not a thing.
Yeah, it's not a thing. I mean, some guys like it. Some dudes are into that. I would question why. Like, why they be into that shit? You know what I mean? Freaking, you know what I mean? But I like when a girl says my name. You know what I mean?
I told you, when someone calls me Mr. Rodriguez, it's
dude.
it's something special about that.
I've always had a rule, man. Like back in the day, I used to say you couldn't call me Christopher unless we dated.
Uh huh.
You know what I mean? Because nobody really calls me Christopher. But I like it. I like it when a girl says my name.
Yeah.
You know? I don't. You don't even call me daddy. Say like, come over here, Christopher. You know what I mean? And fucking there's this girl from Savannah, Georgia I dated, and she'd be like, Christopher, why I gotta go home? I'm like, I'll just say my name. I was like, just say my name. Yeah.
All right. Ooh, I just rolled past the one. Gio from. Oh God.
What's up, Nova Scotia?
All right. Geo from Staten Island. Oh, Geo. I walked in on my girlfriend watching our sex tape with her guy friend. He is gay. I've known him for a long time. I know his boyfriend as well. She doesn't think it's that big of a deal. I really don't know how to feel about it. I really need some advice unfiltered.
What the fuck is going on?
Bro, could you imagine walking in and your girlfriend and her gay friend is watching your sex tape with her?
The fuck is that, dude?
And by the way, they're all friends because he's like, I know the guy. I know his boyfriend.
I don't know what to be more upset about, that he saw my dick or her asshole.
I don't.
Like, I don't know. Listen, I don't care if he's gay.
Yeah, I don't. It's just a strange,
I think it's fucked up. Like, especially, okay, listen, it'd be different if she asked him, "Hey, do you care if I show my gay friend our sex tape?"
I think he
You know
just
what I mean?
had permission for sure.
Absolutely. Like, he's in the video, right? So I guarantee you, she wouldn't be happy. She's like, "Oh, I showed my best friend our sex tape, my buddy over here. No, he's straight. Don't worry. He's not gonna bang you. He's not gonna bang me.
Oh,
I mean, that's right. Like that's basically what it is, right? Like,
Of course.
Like he's not gonna bang me, so I can show him the video. So you're showing him the video because he's not gonna bang her, right? So so she thinks it's okay. Well, it's not. You should have asked.
Bro, could you?
Should have fucking asked that shit.
I don't even
would've
know
said
why. Of course, that's wrong.
Fuck it, it's totally wrong on a whole bunch of levels, bro.
I mean,
Yeah.
and they're all your friends too. Like I don't know. It just, yeah, that's just.
I mean, it's I don't know. On the flip side, it's kind of cool she was bragging about you.
No, I get the point of it a little bit, but I mean, do I really want? I don't like.
They weren't laughing when you walked in the
I
room, were
don't,
they?
here's what I'd say. I don't.
If they were pointing at the screen going, then
I mean, in a small, selfish way, if I know I crushed it on the tape, I kind of
yeah,
might just
right.
walk in
You'd
and
be
be
like,
like,
all right.
I'd be like, now you know. But,
Now
you
you
know what I
know.
mean? I would still be a little upset, but
Oh, you picked somebody's email. Who was that? Wait, Tony, I can't believe you picked the email to read.
oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, see, I liked you. I don't know who
There
it
you
was.
go.
All right. Nora from Texas. Is this
Love
another?
Texas.
Oh, another quick Texas one.
Love Texas. Shout out to Texas.
All right. My boyfriend listens to your podcast. He passed out one night while we were getting high and just hanging out. When I went through his phone, which we always tell people don't fucking do.
Don't go through people's phones.
But when I went through his phone, your podcast was one of his open tabs, and he actually had a little note section with tips he took from you guys.
No shit.
Not sure who you guys are yet, but I just started listening. But I wanted to send you an email and say kudos to you guys for making my man a little better.
That's fucking awesome.
That's pretty. I had to read that because
That's pretty
sweet.
cool.
Yeah.
Thank
All right,
you. Appreciate
Nora.
that.
All right, Nora.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Nora.
Shout out to Nora from Texas and her boyfriend for being smart enough to listen to us.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. Let us know what update. Let us know what tips he used. I'm kind of curious. Zane from Nashville, Tennessee.
What's up, Tennessee?
All right. Is it cheating? It's
Yes.
Is it cheating if it's in the metaverse? I may or may not have smashed out the back of a VR avatar. On a side note, I had to erase the footage from our indoor ring cam, which, by the way, just so you guys know, if you're wondering, it's really weird to watch yourself have sex with goggles on when no one else is around, in case you're wondering. But is it cheating if you're having sex in the metaverse with an avatar?
Is somebody else the avatar?
No, because because it's probably VR porn. I'm sure.
So it's VR
assuming.
porn. No, it's not cheating.
No, it's not
It's not
cheating.
real. It's not fucking real.
But also, you just took this shit to a whole nother level. Like, did you really need to go there?
I mean, hey, man, at least you didn't tell them to leave the room.
Bro, could you? I'm trying. Now, the funny thing about this question, Zane, and I appreciate you putting it in, is the fact that you also admit that when you watch yourself on the ring cam, it was really.
That's pretty funny.
It had to be really
That'd
funny.
be pretty funny to watch.
You're just in the
Should have
middle.
showed that to your friend.
You're in the middle with goggles on,
Right.
just in the.
It's fucking awesome.
Oh God, I love the people that follow us. Oh, it's the best. All right, Omar from Sacramento, California.
What's up, Omar? What's
All right,
up, Callie?
Omar. My mom accidentally walked in on my OnlyFans live stream. It was hard to explain when
Why
someone
were you doing OnlyFans at your mom's house?
was probably lives there, and why were you doing anybody home? It was hard to explain to her when someone just walks in on your live camera when you're doing stuff for tips and money. She was definitely disgusted, but we had a discussion, and I kind of told her how much I make a month. Now she keeps asking me more about how it works. Should I be embarrassed if my mom joins OnlyFans at the house?
Well, you started it.
Bro, that is so bananas to think that you're living with your mom. You're probably making a good living, and now she wants to start one in the house too. I saw an interesting fact that they talked about on a podcast. Do you know 80 million men have an OnlyFans subscription?
I bet.
A paid OnlyFans subscription.
I bet. No, people make good money in that. People make good money, man. I mean, I guess I don't know. I would never, man, pay somebody.
Oh, porn's free.
No, porn's free.
I don't gotta pay nobody.
Like, I'm not paying nobody. Fucking, you know what I mean? Like I was the only thing that drove me nuts about the COVID thing. When everybody's like, "Oh, I'm doing OnlyFans." I'm like, "Did porn go off the internet?" I'm like, "Did I miss something here?" I'm like, "Freaking, why are people paying you to see you get naked when I can literally Google thumb in the ass?" You know what I mean? Like, and it'll come right up for free. Like, why am I going to pay to talk to you? You know what the best part about OnlyFans too? What I always think is funny, what I think is fucking hilarious.
Okay.
Is they pay people pay them to judge their dick, whether it's big enough, whether it's nice, and stuff like this, and they pay these people here, judge my cock. So these guys will pay them to look at their cock to figure out. To have them basically lie to them and say it's the most beautiful penis I've ever seen.
How much money?
You know what I mean? Freaking, I don't know. Freaking, but it's crazy to me to think that. Like, I'm like, so I'm going to pay you to lie to me? Like, I'm going to pay, like, because I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I can't imagine she's going to go. That is a small, unless the guys are into that. That's the smallest dick I've ever seen. I wouldn't fucking touch that thing. Like, she's not going to tell you that because she wants your fucking money.
There's a part of me that really appreciates living in the country we do because you can sell farts in a jar. You can be on OnlyFans.
One girl was doing that. She was selling farts in a jar for
$1,000. For
$1,000. For $1,000. People buying it. Dude, there's a guy on TikTok selling air.
If he's selling
Swear to God, he's selling fucking air.
Well,
you can actually go in a TikTok shop, get the jar of air.
Yeah, Gen Z?
You're forgetting about bath water. That was a thing.
Oh, yeah. If a girl takes a
Dude,
bath.
I know a girl that was selling feet shavings.
Bro.
Feet shavings, bro.
Maybe we should never start the podcast.
Just started OnlyFans.
We should have found out something else. Look, it's so amazing that the ways there are to make money. I think it's amazing. But then it also kind of highlights a little bit of how nutty people are.
And then you got people trying to scam my shit all the time. Fucking, it's all you scammers that are watching this. Fuck you. And like, start an OnlyFans. Do a job. Like, get a job.
Get a job.
Get a fucking job.
Cole from Orlando. I decided to try barefoot running. I lasted 100 steps before I stepped on a sharp rock.
Yeah, there you go.
That was the end of that.
Stupid.
How do you guys feel about this no shoe or open toe running world? Look, I'm
if you
a
want
runner.
calluses on your feet, bro.
I'm a runner. I'll tell you right now. You absolutely 100% do not go with the no toe shoe shit.
No.
Right from wearing sneakers your whole life. If you do that and then go run, you will fuck your ankles, your feet. You will hurt yourself.
Blisters like no tomorrow.
Not even you'll actually do damage to your feet. You cannot go from sneaker to zero and think or zero shoe.
If you want to do that, you want to get zero shoes. Work your way down.
You got to work your way down. You have to
work your way down.
And by the way, we invented shoes so shit's
for a reason.
For a reason.
Yeah, and listen, Nike's got those ones. Those ones I got from that guy got me. Those Nikes.
Oh, you got
the running ones. They're like $300 pairs.
Yes. Oh my God, I know what they are.
On them.
Well, they're illegal in marathon running because they're engineered so.
Yeah, they're so good.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can't remember off the top. Zip. Oh God, they're like $300. They have the funny thing
carbon
is,
fibered.
Yeah, you got carbon fiber plates in them, and the reason that they're illegal is because you get that little extra spring.
Yeah.
And
they're great for running. They suck for fucking walking.
Oh, they're horrible for walking.
Yeah, they suck for. I wouldn't buy them for walking, but for running, they're great.
But here's how crazy it is. You just think of that. Vapor flies.
Alpha flies and vapor flies.
Yes.
Yeah, vapor flies. That's what I got. Yeah.
Here's the cool thing. They're so good that if you take a real, true, excellent marathon run like a Kenyan, and wait a sec, you train track, right? Wait, yeah, go ahead. You can talk. It's fine, TJ.
I do shot and disc.
All right, but you're part of the track world, right?
I used to do shot put.
They put vapor flies on a true Kenyan, right? You're like, oh, what can a carbon fiber plate do? Every single person wore and broke the marathon record.
Oh, I bet.
Just that little extra spring in your boot. By the way, first of all, no human being should ever be able to run 26 miles and all of them be under 5 minutes. That's the nuttiest shit ever. But those sneakers are unbelievable. So, yeah. Don't worry about CJ. You could time in. That's why I thought I remember you said track or something. So,
That's cool.
Yeah, but yeah, those things are they're awesome if you like them. Especially someone gave them to you. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not all about the barefoot running thing.
yeah, well, you don't like running anyways,
No, I
right?
hate running.
I
Fucking
can't.
hate running.
I know. I can't
Dude,
say
I
people
fucking
love
hate
it.
man. Listen. I'll do 2 hours of working out in a circuit, and burn more calories than I will in doing running, right? And I'll burn it more efficiently. And then if I really want to do cardio, man, if I'm really worried about, I'll do it in the bedroom. I'm not gonna do cardio at the gym.
Yeah, I like running. So I start getting ready for a triathlon in probably this September. I'll run a modified one. But if I don't start running now, I'm fucked. So I got to start getting the miles in. Leo from Houston, Texas. My girlfriend joined CrossFit, and now she's hotter than me and hotter than ever before. Is jealousy healthy in a relationship? Do you know anyone in a relationship that actually tries to keep their partner not too hot by maybe feeding them snacks and candy or blatantly ruin their fitness?
Absolutely.
100% that's true.
100% that's true.
Yes, it is.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
I know you have to know people.
Yeah, dude. No, if you can, I've dealt with it myself. Yeah, I mean, if you can, I've been in relationships where people got jealous of the fact, like, that I got more attention they did, or their own insecurities. I knew a guy who was married to this gorgeous model, and she cheated on him with his best friend and left him. Oh. And he ended up marrying this really big obese woman, and everybody's like, dude, like, how did you go from freaking that to that?
Safety.
And he goes, you know what he said? I know where she's at.
Yeah, I knew exactly.
She's at home. She's at home. Nobody's taking her from me. She's at home.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So comfort.
Yeah, but listen, here's my thing, man, and this is the God's honest truth. You want to be with somebody who wants you to be the best version of you. Like, you want to be with somebody who wants you to fucking let your light fucking shine, man, and be as bright as you possibly can be, and support you in your decisions to be a better person.
Yeah.
If we can, and on an independent level and in a couple relationship, right? Like, if you have somebody that's constantly, every time you do something that you're proud about in your life and they're knocking it, that's not the person you want to be with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've been in that situation where I've been in relationships where people, all of a sudden, good things start happening and they want to take you down a peg.
Yeah.
And I've had my brother say to people, because my brother's a year younger than me, and he's like, why wouldn't you want to celebrate that your boyfriend is achieving things that are excellent and he actually is in a relationship with you versus trying to tear him down? What's the point?
No, it's the truth, man. Like, there's been plenty of times in my life where I was excited about something and I would tell the person I was with, and they would automatically knock it. You know what I mean? It automatically come up with something that, oh, that's probably not it. That's probably something else. Blah, blah, blah. And bring up like some kind of, like, all you had to say is that's awesome. That's all you had to fucking say. That's awesome. That's amazing. You know what I mean? Like, freaking, like, I don't know. Sometimes just keeping your fucking opinion to yourself.
Well,
and just being excited for somebody else is an amazing thing.
When you're in a real relationship that's really working, you realize you're a team.
Yes.
And someone said this one time, there's no such thing as 50-50 in a relationship. What it is you both give 100%. Sometimes you're at 100 and they can only give 10. Sometimes you can only give 10 and they give 100. But your success is their success. It was Chris Rock. And their success is your success.
Yes.
And if you don't like, he and that special he has where he talks about sometimes you're the lead singer, sometimes you got to play
backup singer, right?
Sometimes you got to it's called tambourine. And he's like, sometimes you play tambourine.
Cowbell.
But if you're in a relationship and you're not comfortable playing different roles at different times and being excited when your partner's succeeding, you're a fucking asshole. That's
I agree, man. No, you should be, and like, if your partner has like ideas of something that they want to do for their lives, and you feel like you need to like that stupid idea or blah blah blah, then you shouldn't be with that person.
Yeah.
We only live once, man.
Yeah. Lisa in Ohio. My date. I went on a date. He paid the tip in our waiter in quarters. I've only been on a few dates.
That's amazing.
Am I overthinking this, or is this a red flag?
That's definitely a red flag.
You end that fucking. That's completely a red flag.
That's a complete red flag.
Fucking quarters.
He obviously just broke into his piggy bank.
I have a thing about it. I think every human being should have to work in the service industry in some form of fashion for at least a year, so you understand what that's like.
The only time you use change to pay for anything is if it's a fucking ticket.
It's a good call.
Right? It's a fucking ticket. When you walk in that police department, here's $200 in pennies.
Well, I think it was either Google or Microsoft. One of them lost a lawsuit and
they paid
it all in
buckets,
pennies.
yeah,
and
buckets
fucking
of pennies. buckets of pennies. I saw that.
Garbage trucks, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Garbage trucks.
Yeah. And they have to take it.
Yeah, there's your payment, baby.
It's your penny.
Lisa, end that relationship now.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
Yeah, come on.
'Cause next thing you know, you're going to be paying for dinner.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're going to pay for dinner.
Celeste from Austin, Texas. I found out mid-date that he shares a house with his ex-wife for financial reasons. She sleeps out in the pool house that they use as an apartment. They have had this arrangement for a few years. They have a daughter who's 10 who lives between the pool house and the regular house. I'm supposed to meet her tomorrow, and I want your advice tonight. She submitted the question today while I watch the podcast. Do you think this is a weird setup to be a part of as a relationship?
No, I'm going to tell you why, because you're doing it for the kid. If they get along well, listen, this is the ideal situation for that child, right? You want to, as a parent, get along with that other parent. You want to be able to co-parent. Like, when my oldest son was a kid, his mom literally lived like right down the road. You know what I mean? Right down the road. And she was at every holiday and every family get together that I had for my family. She was at every single one. So that way my son didn't feel like he was growing up in a broken home. So no, I don't. It's what you want. It's the ideal situation you want for the kid and for everybody involved. If you're meeting her, that means they're in a good relationship.
That was what I was going to say.
I mean, that means they're in a good relationship, a healthy relationship, and that he's a good dude, right? Freaking. So I would look at it as the fact that if they can still be together after they've had a divorce, and they both are mature enough to put their differences aside to be able to live in the same environment, and they're bringing you in. And he wants to introduce you to his wife, his ex-wife, then I think that's an amazing thing. You have to be open to it, though. And the only reason at all you would have a problem with this is your own insecurities. You know what I mean? Like unless he proved you wrong, like you think something physically is going on with her, then and if you really care about this guy, then you need to put all that noise in your head, all that fear, all that doubt, and put it to silence and look at that from the bigger picture. The bigger picture that is the most important thing for that father is that kid. You know what I mean? So he wants to make sure that, and I'm sure the mom does too, that they're in a nice, safe, loving environment for that child. And that's what you got to look at it from the perspective of, not from that's his ex-wife, that's his kid's mom. You know what I mean? That's how you got to look at it.
Yeah, I watched the. Hold on, I take it back. I had to watch, forced by my wife, to watch The Real Housewives of, I think it was New Jersey. And it's one of the wives always is her ex-husband lives with her, doesn't live with her, then lives with her, then doesn't live with her. They're very close friends, but I mean very close. But he stays there all the time, and I always thought it was a little strange. I would think it's strange, but here's the key. I think the thing is he wants you to meet her and introduce her and get used to the situation. So to me, that's the bigger part.
Yeah, that's a green flag.
Yeah, it's a green flag.
That's
like,
a green
hey, look,
flag. That's not a red flag.
Hey, we're doing this for our kid. We want to be amicable as possible, but I also want you to meet her and understand how this works. So I think that's happening.
Yeah.
Is to your point, is a positive sign in the right direction.
I think it's positive, yeah, and things evolve, right? So if say you dated for a long time and you guys decide you want to live together, then I'm sure he's going to be willing to move. You know what I mean, and make things different. You know what I mean? So, but again, it's as long as you can trust him. Like I'm really good friends with my oldest kid's mom. You know what I mean? We've hung out together, we've had dinner together. All with my son, obviously. But like when he graduated college. Me and my ex-girlfriend and my and his mom, I offered her a place to stay, and she was cool with it. You want to be with somebody who's understanding of all that. You know what I mean?
Fran from New Jersey. I fake orgasms, so I don't hurt his feelings.
Christ.
He fakes compliments when I cook, so we're even. Isn't that how marriage works sometimes? What do you guys think?
So she fakes orgasms, and he fakes compliments.
Yep.
It's perfect.
Hey. Whatever works, Fran.
Yeah.
Whatever works for you guys.
Whatever works for you guys. That's perfect. I mean,
Look.
Fucking so fucked up. Let's think about this. If you were in their shoes, which one would you rather have to lie about? Would you rather the fake compliments or would you rather the fake orgasms?
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sure in my life people faked an orgasm, so I don't want fake compliments. I hate fake compliments.
Yeah.
So I'm fine. I know it's had to happen to me before, so I'm going to roll with don't give me fake compliments. Fake an orgasm, it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm picking one of two things. I mean,
yeah. No, I'd rather you tell me if you're at work coming, because that way I'd work harder at it. Yeah. I wouldn't want you to fake it. I'm I'm very competitive and go getter. So like, I want you to tell me if it's not working, because I'm gonna do something to make it work. You know what I mean? Like communication is key. I think I'd rather you fake the compliment, because I get enough compliments in real life anyway. I don't really give a fuck. Fuck it.
You're like, look, I
I'd
don't.
be more upset about the fake
look,
orgasm.
If you're gonna say that, you're right. Look, I mean, I've got enough compliments in time. I don't need
Right?
any more.
I don't need any compliments. Like, I get enough compliments throughout my day. I'd be really upset if you lied about the orgasm, because I want to be really good at what I do.
Okay, but I didn't see it from that standpoint, so maybe I side with you now.
Yeah, right. Come over to the dark side.
I will be on your side. I actually don't need any more compliments.
Right? No, I'm good.
But I do want a challenge, so
Right?
stop fucking lying. Samantha from Charlotte, North
good.
Carolina. Okay, this is an interesting one. My kid told his teacher that I have a nighttime friend named Tony. Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Here we go.
I know. Yes, it's a toy. Yes, it's a turn on to think of a man who's a good father and a good husband, so it's hot to name my toy Tony. It was not part of my idea that my daughter tell her teacher that when he asked about her dad, who's never been in the picture, that we live alone except for Tony, who helps his mom out at night. Do other women name their
Fucking
toys?
awesome. It's fucking awesome. I think it's great that it's named Tony. Tony's got a vibrator named after him.
Do women name their
I wonder if it's great.
Bro, I can't even like.
It's little Tony. How you doing?
Do women name their sex toys?
I don't fucking. I'm not a fucking woman.
Ask your TikTok.
All right,
people.
that's my TikTok audience.
Ask your TikTok
So,
audience.
do women name their toys?
Because you know they're gonna answer quick.
I know Connie's gonna be on there fucking fast.
Connie,
Anybody name their toys?
do people name their toys?
Bob all day. Someone named Bob.
Bob. Oh yeah, well that's a common one. I would
No.
think. No.
Battery operated. Everybody says Bob. No.
It's battery operated something, right?
Nobody's gonna say Chris. I do not. Yeah, right there. She just goes. I don't, but mine is Chris now. Smart move.
Smart move. There you go.
There you go.
I don't know if people name. I've never been with somebody who's named it, but I think people do sometimes as a joke.
Steely Dan. That's pretty funny.
That's a good one. Steely Dan.
Steely Dan. That's
I
pretty
like
funny. Motorboat and Sons of Bitches.
I saw that question come in. I was
That's
like,
so funny.
I was like,
do others name their? I don't know.
yeah, I never thought about
Connie
it.
just said she named hers Chris.
Yeah, I didn't know it was coming. But
Big Chris and Tiny Tony. Just kidding.
Chris is this much bigger.
Much bigger. That's so funny.
Bria from Las Vegas, Nevada. I found my boyfriend's burner Twitter account. He's been live tweeting our sex, and I think he's making money for it.
Oh, that's
I've been with him for
fucked
10
up.
years. I know this is a huge invasion of privacy, but we also just bought a house, and I feel like this is where the money came from. What on earth do I do? I've not had sex with him for about a week, and he's
Wow.
starting to get suspicious.
Wow. He's like, I need to pay the mortgage. The fuck you doing? I need to
bro,
pay my
look.
mortgage.
Look, she realizes it. He's making money, and he just bought a house. She's like, well, you know,
That's fucked. I don't know.
you got to bring it up.
Yeah, you got to bring it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to bring it up. You got to bring it up. Yeah, 'cause
Well-
you're always going to wonder.
Well, for fun, maybe what you do is just go in and delete his burner account. Then don't say anything.
Don't say anything.
And just see what if he freaks out about it.
Yeah.
But you did
Or
the-
since you're married, are they married?
10 years.
10 years been married?
Yeah.
We're looking at his bank account, see if there's any money coming in.
Well,
If there's no money coming in, then fucking say something.
yes. If you find.
If you find like 20 grand a month coming in, shut your fucking mouth. Do your job.
Well, Bria, here's my question, Bria. If you found out that the house was paid for and you're living a good life, would you A, not say anything, B, say something, right? Or C, take the alternative and be like, we could be making more money
If you told me.
if you just told me.
That's good. That's a good
follow-up question.
Good follow-up question.
Bria
All
from
right?
Las
I like
Vegas,
that.
wherever you are.
Yeah. So if you found out, if you found out you were making good money?
So if you found out he's actually making good money, that's how
Yes.
you bought the house.
Yes.
Do you say nothing, get mad at him, or C, say, hey, I didn't know we're making good money. Maybe we can do this together.
Yeah, go in the whole director mode.
I mean, I wonder how long you bought a house. That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah,
in
I was just saying, I would
Nevada.
check the bank account. Be like, yo, man. If
I
there's no
have
money
to
coming in,
bro,
then
I gotta
say
imagine
something.
he's like, I don't know. You'd have
It's
to
so
hide the
fucked
kind
up.
of money.
It's kind of fucked up. I'd rather not know. I'd play stupid. I'd rather not know. That's just me. Like if I was with some chick and she was fucking videotaping me and selling that shit,
You come on, you would let it go.
Well, if I didn't, yeah, I don't know.
And you were making, well, you're married, so the money's coming back in the house.
Yeah.
Look, if you're making crazy money, first of all, I'd be mad, but then I'd be like, we could be, first now I'm out there for 10 years and you didn't tell me.
You didn't tell me.
Well, now I'm out there, so.
Yeah, it's too late now. Let's do it.
If we're making money, like, this is a group effort.
Yeah, let's do it.
Seriously, at this point, I'm already out on the internet.
It's so fucked up, though. So fucked up,
So,
man. It's crazy to think that.
Well, look, we don't have many questions left as we're coming to the end.
Yeah.
Vanessa from Newark, New Jersey. By the way, power outage again. Tower goes down.
Love New Jersey.
Trains go on strike. Pothole on Garden State Parkway. A sinkhole. Hey, where's our tax dollars come from?
They're going to cosplay and flaggers. That's where they're going. Dude, listen, Pennsylvania, I've never seen this in my life. Being from Pennsylvania, right? I've never seen this in my fucking life. We play flaggers, $12 an hour.
Okay.
Right? To direct traffic around people doing road work.
Uh-huh.
You literally have cops
Oh, they get overtime.
sitting there doing that shit.
That's overtime for them.
Yeah, but it's taxpayer money. Like, that's just crazy to me.
Yeah, they get overtime.
Yeah. That's
Or
crazy to me.
or if you have retired police officers, they'll do that.
Yeah, most of them are all in police.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I think most retired police officers work at the fucking dispensaries. That's where I see them at.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Fucking most of them work at the goddamn
My
dispensary.
My take on it is, you serve and protect. If my tax dollars got to go somewhere, I'd rather go to you. Enjoy. Look, I just look at it like you have to live with trying to get shot and shit
I
ass
get it.
people every day. You could have overtime on me. It's all good.
No, that's fine.
But Newark, New Jersey, I let my man record us. It was a ton of fun. We had an iPhone. We had a great date night. We got a
It's always
hotel. We did it together. It was awesome. And then we decided we are going to watch it together. When we sat down to watch it, he edited it, put a full soundtrack in it, and called it episode 1.
That's fucking awesome.
She said, "Is that too much?"
He's like Rogue One.
Bro, that is so. I'm not gonna. That's
They put like Star Wars music.
Bro,
In
Vanessa.
a galaxy far, far away.
Vanessa, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's totally something I would do.
No, that's fucking awesome. I think it's amazing. I think it's great.
A soundtrack.
Yeah.
You put.
No, it's fucking amazing. I think that's great. I listen. I love the fact that one thing I got to say about so far what we've seen in the last couple of shows.
Yeah.
That I think is a key note here is there's a lot of men that are out there that are actually listening to what their girls want.
Yeah.
And they're actually making the effort. So shout out to all you men who are stepping up, being men, listening to what your girlfriends want or your wives want, and are making that full effort. Sometimes you go a little overboard,
Sometimes.
a little bit, like that guy in the leather suit jumped out of the closet a little much.
Oh yeah.
But again, he gave full ball effort. You know what I mean? He listened, he heard you. So shout out to all the men who are making that daily effort to make their girls happy.
By the way, someone wrote in, "Don't worry, the contractors pay the rate." Hey, as long as the cops get paid, I'm happy. I don't give a shit.
As long as I get paid, I don't give a shit. I just never seen it before. In Pennsylvania, it's something I've never seen before.
I only know because I have buddies who are cops, and they always talk about it. Like, yeah, I got some overtime. I'm like, that's
No,
awesome.
hey man, listen, if it's easy money, easy money.
Renee, I went on a Tinder date. It went really, really well. We went back to my place afterwards. We hooked up. It was cool. When it was over, my date asked me to rate his performance on a scale of 1 to 5 stars.
Why ask those fucking questions?
Is this normal? Why did he do it? Now, I'm not really sure. I would have gave him a 2-star review, but because he was standing in front of me, I said 4.5 stars.
2-star review.
Now he's got a big head and thinks he's the man. It's got to be so, like, that's the dumbest fucking, first of all,
Dumbest question.
like, what do you expect?
Listen, I get told once by a girl I dated, she said to me, I never ask a question you don't know the answer to.
Oh, that's a great,
You know what I mean? I was asking her, she was like, she was talking to somebody else. That's what that question was.
Okay.
But,
come on, guys.
yeah, dude, like, listen, like, I don't want to sound like a fucking, like when you've done good.
Yeah. You don't
shouldn't
need
have
to ask.
You don't need to ask. Like, you'll know.
Yeah.
By the mess that's left behind.
Yeah, she made you a sandwich.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, she sent you home. A fucking to-go box.
You woke up and there's a sandwich
Yeah,
next to
just
you.
a
And you're like,
fucking
had this.
Like, listen, you don't need to ask. Like, if you're asking, you're already fucked up. It's the same question when I tell people when they ask, they go, "Should I go up and wait?" If you're asking if you should go up and wait, the answer is yes.
Yes.
If you're asking if you're good in bed, the answer is no.
No.
like her reaction, her twitching in bed, her catching her breath, her begging you to stop because you can't take anymore. You know what I mean? Like, there's just certain key signs The wet spot she left in the bed. It's key signs. They let you know.
He clearly missed all of them.
Yeah, he missed all of them. Like, you weren't on track, bro.
Oh, God. All
And
right.
you got a 2-star review, and you're living off a 4-star fucking fake fucking review, which sucks.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah.
And now you have to deal with somebody who thinks they're way better than they are.
No, listen, that's the thing. Like, and this goes back to what I was saying before. I want to know. Like, listen, most guys, if they're any kind of alpha male or any kind of, they want to know if they suck in bed. The only way they're going to get better is if you fucking tell them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the only way they're going to get better.
I would have went with, hey, it's the first time, we still learning each other.
Yeah.
It's not bad. God, there's so many, but we only have time for about 2 more.
All right.
Roland from Portland, Oregon.
Is that Portland, Oregon?
I caught my girl using my beard trimmer, of course, the Lawnmower 4.0, for her bikini line and her private parts. Should I be concerned, impressed? Is it okay when you live with somebody to share things like that?
Yeah, it happens.
It happens.
It happens.
I caught my girlfriend one time
No, she's not
masturbating
sticking her
with my
tooth-
electric toothbrush.
She was using an electric toothbrush? I was about to say, as long as she's not sticking the toothbrush up her ass and put it back.
Bro, here's how I found out. My toothbrush was under the bed. And I was like,
What's she using it for?
the electric toothbrush.
To masturbate?
Yeah. The end that, yeah.
Oh my God.
The end that fucking, that, yeah. Yeah.
Wait. Was he saying that she was using his clippers to masturbate?
No, so he was
Oh.
saying, but when you live with somebody, this is what happens. People use shit for random things. Yeah, I came home one time, my
So weird.
toothbrush. I was like, what the fuck is my toothbrush doing under the bed? I didn't
That's
say,
a little desperate, Tony.
bro, I didn't say anything about it. I was just like that, and I'm trying to think about
You're
it.
like, I could have bought you a rabbit.
I could have bought you anything.
I'm supposed to brush my teeth with that now?
Yeah, I said, bro, I immediately was like, because I'm funny, but I was like, I noticed my toothbrush is under the bed. She's like, oh, it must have fell over. I go, but the batteries are dead. And the whole thing got quiet. I was like, you could
wild,
have just
bro.
told me.
Wild. We should ask you to leave the room.
We'll finish this one.
I need alone time.
I need alone time.
Yeah.
I brought it up because I was like, we could do this, but just not with my toothbrush.
Well, at least you know it smells minty fresh.
Oh my God, I definitely got a new one. Katie from Denver. Well, we got 2 more questions. This is for you, really, because it's a personal trainer question. Katie from Denver. She started dating her trainer, but now he makes me do extra sets when we argue.
Yes.
When you being a trainer and knowing trainers, when trainers actually have a relationship with their client, is it better just to switch to a new trainer and keep your relationship? Yeah, Gen Z, what are you gonna say?
Guess who's calling me?
My mom?
Me, ma.
Oh, don't even. My mom.
Do I
By the
answer?
way, when my mom called last episode, hammered.
Is she hammered again?
Don't
I love it.
Just we're almost done. I don't
Tell her
even
I
want
said
to.
hi. Let me answer the phone. Let me answer. Oh, hey,
Well, wait.
Grandma. Hey, Grandma. How you doing?
Grandma, she's
So
gonna.
how you doing, Grandma?
This is my mom.
How you doing, Grandma?
Look, by the way, I told you my mom's mouth's horrible.
Yeah.
100%. If you were to pick up that phone right now, she'd be like, I know that bitch who took your toothbrush.
It's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome.
All right, so if you're dating your trainer, do you keep the relationship but just switch trainers? What do you do?
No, you can't switch trainers. Why? Well, because if you switch trainers, you make him look like a bad. You make him look like a dick. Like fucking, like you know what I mean. You can't do that. Like if you're dating a trainer, then you need to listen to your trainer. I hate training people I date.
Yes.
Hate it. Why? Because you're not gonna fucking listen to me. Like literally, people that everybody I've ever dated that I want to train literally argue with me about doing fucking reps and doing sets.
Yeah.
I'd be like 5 more, and they're like, no, I'm good. I'm like, what are we talking about right now? Like, I'm training you 5 more, and they're like, no, I'm good, because they know I'm not gonna get mad. Like, I'm not gonna yell at them. I'm not gonna fucking, you know what I mean? Like, they're not paying me, so if we can, but yeah. So, but on the flip side of all that, you want to make sure that your man or your woman who's a trainer is looks the best. I mean, that's their job. Their job is to be on that floor, and listen. Everybody's watching. Everybody's watching that trainer on the floor.
Of course.
Everybody's watching how they're reacting. Everybody's watching what they're doing, and they're definitely watching to see what results the person they're dating has.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, your body's a walking billboard, and now that you're dating that person, your body's also a walking billboard. So it's very important that if you want him to train you or her to train you, You listen to them.
I play golf, and my wife wants to play golf. I got her golf clubs, got everything. So, of course, everybody goes, oh, so you're going to teach her?
Nope.
Fuck no.
No.
I got her a fucking coach
Yep.
because she's not going to listen to me,
No.
and she's going to get frustrated with me,
Yep.
and it's not going to go well.
Yes.
So, no, I just hired a person to do that. It's not.
Yeah, it's totally different. Like I did. Like I hired Amanda when I was dating my ex. Freaking, I hired Amanda to train her because she didn't listen to me.
Yeah.
Freaking, so I hired the female trainer to train her. Right. But yeah, so that's just different.
All right. Let's wrap it up with one more. And Gianna from Naples, Florida, you're going to wrap up the show today. I low-key love my boyfriend's dad's vibes more than his. His dad is fucking hot. I find myself purposely wearing slutty outfits at my boyfriend's house if his dad's around. Now, his dad has no clue. His dad has never hit on me. It's just me doing this. But if I could corner him alone, if I ever got a chance, it'd be a wrap. Is this normal behavior? Can I keep dating my boyfriend if I like his dad more?
God, it's so fucked up.
You got to end it. I mean, look, Gian, I'm sorry. Like, you're never going to get over that. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. And to put your
Father in
in
that,
that position,
you know?
it's fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gian, I mean, this,
Yeah, no, end it before you do something stupid.
you're going to do something stupid. It's
Yeah.
all going to suck. And then it's,
And I'll tell you, from a father's standpoint, like I have a 25-year-old. If my son's girlfriend came and tried to hit on me, I would not. I would throw her out of that house so fucking quick.
yeah, absolutely. Now, here's
Like, I
a
don't care how hot you are, man. My kids mean more to me. So fucking, if you tried to fucking hit on me and my son was into you, I would blow your spot the fuck up.
I'm going to ask you rather quick. So your kid's 25, and he's down in what, Florida?
Mhm.
Would, have you been to Florida to hang out with him? Like out,
No.
like in a bar or anything?
No.
What if you went out with him and not like, you know, his friend circle, whatever, right? And, you know, that age group, and one of his girl that's a friend wanted to hook up with you. Would you ever hook up with one of his friends? I mean, they're 25, 26, 27, so age isn't a thing. But how would your son feel about it if one of his hot friends?
It's funny you bring that up.
Of course, because I know I know it's a thought.
Yeah. So hold on. Let me answer this question real quick here. It says
I know
that.
he's listening too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So it says my ex is watching right now. It says that don't refer to me like that. I was the best. You were the best at not listening to me when I trained you. So anyway, to answer this question,
Yes,
here.
to clear it up so nobody's mad at us when we get off of here.
Yeah. So me and my son actually just had this conversation on the way here.
Yeah, well, say it.
Yeah. And he goes, Dad, I gotta tell you, man, if you were dating somebody my age or you hooked up with somebody my age, I'd be like, it's kind of fucked up. I was like, would you though? I was like, if you were my age, would you say I was fucked up? And he goes, no, I guess if I was your, I was like, exactly. I mean, listen, not that I would. I'm not.
It's
Yeah,
just,
I mean,
it's
I
just
always-
a thoughtful question.
Yeah, my thing is any girl under 30, you know, really, what the fuck are we gonna do? Like, what are we gonna talk about? Like, I've already had it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know.
My wife's father, when he got divorced, he called, and my wife didn't know like the whole divorce stuff was happening, and he calls her up and he goes, "Hey, just want to let you know, I'm dating again." And my wife was like, "Okay." He goes, "Oh yeah, she's your age too."
Yeah, so I don't know if I can do all that, man. I
and-
don't know if I can do all that, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just something fucking, like, I don't know. And maybe it's because I'm a father.
Well, my
Right.
wife froze and goes, just please, for the love of God, please tell me I didn't go to high school, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you don't, you know what I mean? And by the way, it wasn't that way. But that was her thing. She's like, please, 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 just tell me you're
I
not
sent my
someone's
son. I
friend.
sent my son this meme. It was his daughter going, "Mom, I think I'm in love with our neighbor's father. The dad over there is her neighbor." And she, with the father across the street, the neighbor. And she goes, "Honey, that might be your dad." And she goes, "No, age doesn't matter." She goes, "No, I think you're misunderstanding me." I think you misunderstand what I'm saying. Not that he's not old to be your dad. That might be your dad.
All right.
Yeah, no, you know what I mean. If we can, you should listen. I understand the infatuation young women have with guys our age. I understand that. You know that we're a dying breed, right? Like, you know, I've questioned women who are younger than me why you wouldn't even want to talk to somebody my age. Like, why? Like, what is it? What is it? Like, there's thousands of guys out there that if you your age that you could probably have, and they'll say the same thing. You know that a lot of the guys that are their age aren't into dating. They're not manly. You know, they have a lot of feminine attributes to them. And so there's a real demand, not just here in America, but across the world right now, for very manly, secure men. You know what I mean? There's definitely a need for that, right? So I think that's what a lot of it is. A lot of it's just an infatuation of the fact that they don't see that, and they're infatuated with the fact that they see a secure older man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do I think it's okay? I mean, again, that it's all personal preference. You know what I mean? I not for me.
Well,
Like,
it's
I'm not my
I'm
thing.
just saying it's in the strike zone for you. You know what I mean?
It's in the
So-
strike zone, but I'm not hitting that ball. Yeah, it's not happening, bro. I like women. I like mature women. I like women my age. I like women that have their shit together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That are confident and that are like that are I don't want to say alpha women, like but women that are secure and know what they're doing, right?
Yeah,
That have a
we
game
talk all the
plan
time.
and have a goal set, right? And are secure in who they are. So and that's no offense to anybody younger.
Yeah.
It's just where I'm at in my
That
life.
confidence, aggressive thing's the shit.
Yeah.
All right, so as we wrap it up, Gen Z, have you figured out how we're doing this?
Yep.
All right, Gen Z, can you?
For
all right, so
the
tell us.
blanket.
All right, so how are we doing this? How are we
So,
doing the blanket giveaway?
We'll make an Instagram post,
Okay, we're gonna make an Instagram post.
and under it you have to comment and tag at least 3 people and share it to your story from this Instagram post. It's gonna be from
It's going for Chris's Instagram.
either Chris's Instagram
No, it'll be from Chris's Instagram. We'll do both. That's
or
fine.
the podcast Instagram.
Oh yeah, okay.
Most
Well, put it on the podcast. So what you do? You put it on the podcast Instagram and then collaborate with me,
Oh, so you can
and
do.
then I'll put it right on my page.
All right, so that's what
Yeah.
we'll do.
and then
Yeah.
and then you have to share it to your story, tag 3 people in the comments, and each comment you have that tags 3 people
It's an
is an
entry.
entry, and every share to your story is an entry.
Sweet.
So at the end, what we'll do is we'll pile it all into
Tuesday
a
of
randomizer.
Tuesday.
We'll click it.
Is this mic
It's 2
on?
blankets, right?
Hold your mic up close.
Hold your mic.
2 blankets, right?
There you go. Yeah. Well, it's all going to one person.
It's
Yeah,
all going
both
to one
blankets,
person?
but
It's
yeah.
going to one
We'll
person.
click
It's going to
it
one person.
once. It'll tell us one person. We'll double check they're following your account and Chris's
We'll double check
account
it.
and
Well,
the
you'll double
podcast
check it.
account. I'll double check it. And if they
You'll double
are
check it.
following all the rules, which will be under the post,
Okay.
then we'll send them out.
All right.
So we're gonna make a post with all the rules on it, and then you guys.
All right, so what we'll do is today's Tuesday, Wednesday, so Thursday when the episode drops, we'll create the post. You'll collaborate on it. Rules will be on there, and you'll see us talk about it. So then we'll do on Tuesday. We'll randomize it, and we'll give our first giveaway away.
This is for a blanket with me on it, and there's also a blanket with Tony on it. Yeah.
Chris.
It's a blanket with me on it.
So
which is crazy.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. So as always, first of all, we appreciate you. We love you guys. Thank you to everyone on Instagram. Thank you everybody on that Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and all the listeners. And as always, it's amazing. This love, the support. Look, do us a favor, please. We really, 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 really mean this. Like it, share it, send it out, tell people about it, have them watch some of the episodes. The latest ones are better, of course, than our first ones because we're getting better at this.
Yeah.
But when you Google it, when you look it up, when you type in fitness advice, we as a community are there and we're building that and we're so proud of everything that we're doing. But I really, 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 really mean this. I love all of you guys. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you guys helping us, the regulars. I appreciate my good co-host here, handsome Chris David, as always, 16 weeks in. CJ filling in today. Shout out my man CJ and our Gen Z holding it down, who's going to create our poll. Tyler, thank you for not picking up the call from my mom. Mom, go to sleep.
Go to sleep, Mom.
Over to you.
What's up, everybody? As always, it's always a pleasure, man. It's always an honor. I know I see Tony Tuesday morning at the gym. He's always amped up and fired up. He's like, it's fucking Tuesday. You know what I mean? And I know you guys are amped up too. You guys always say you can't wait to see the next episode, which is fucking amazing, man. Which is, I'm so honored and I'm so grateful and so humbled by it all. So thank you, everybody that's gone to our show, that's followed it, that's shared it, that's had groups and parties, if you're watching it.
Watch parties.
Fucking amazing. Like we said, we want to make this show number 1, man, and we can't do it without you. So thank you, guys. On the flip side of all that, I want to wish everybody a happy Memorial Day weekend. Make sure you're safe and whatever you're doing, have fun with your family. To everybody that served, that's freaking, we always appreciate you. So have a good, happy, and safe Memorial Day weekend. And as always, man, we believe in you. We believe in the best in you. This is an Advice Unfiltered, episode 16.